Hello, I've got 2 air fresheners hanging down now. It is Tuesday, Tuesday. On the way into my mum's. Isaac and Darren are coming in for a trot around town. Have to do a few bits today. Have to go to the bank, try and transfer money, which I think is going to be an issue because it's a savings account. They'll probably have certain rules on it. It's my mum's account. What else can I tell you? My mum got accepted for 2 weeks respite at the MS hospital in New Ballycastle. She goes in next Monday, so like 6 days, so quite a bit to sort out this week. It's a pain in the arse because it took me so long to get my parents to get these things called blister packs, which basically is something that the medication my mum takes, which is a lot of different things, come in, so the carers are allowed to dispense them. They're not allowed to dispense them from their normal prescription boxes.
Yeah, if they can't count them, they're not one.
But basically the hospital won't take the blister packs. Everything must be in the boxes, so I had to call the doctors and ask. And when she says, oh, you can collect it here on Friday, I assumed, probably mistakenly, that she meant the medication, but I'll bet what it is that I'm to collect on Friday is the prescription, and then I'll have to take the prescription to the chemist. This is hanging down and I can't. But there's so many, oh Jesus, can you balance in there like that? There's so many different tablets, and it usually takes them an age to do anything. So, and I'd forgotten I've got the hairdressers on Friday, so I'll be a couple of hours in there. So the only thing I can think to do is hopefully collect the prescription on my way in, leave it into the chemist and say I'll be back for it in a couple of hours. Have to get a load of her clothes labelled up, get all of her packing done, and then nicotine patches, nicotine gum, and I'm going to have to get my dad to put me on the insurance for the car. Another thing I'd forgotten is the car doesn't have a sat-nav, so I have to get to this hospital in Ballycastle without a sat-nav. That's going to be fun and games. So a lot to do, and then she comes out 2 days before we go on holiday. I say 2 days, but we've only really got 1 day after she's out because we're away like really early in the morning on the 16th of August. She gets out on the 14th. So on the 15th the dogs will be going into the kennels in the evening, so it's going to be a busy week leading up to my mum going in, and a busy few days when she comes out. So hopefully it's okay and she manages alright, but I have a feeling she's going to expect loads of visiting, which, you know, I mean, it's not. I remember when we spoke about respite with the social worker, my mum's like, well, I want to be somewhere close so that they can visit, and the social worker said to her, the whole point of respite is that they actually get the time to do nothing, if that's what they want. Has he got a ladder sticking out the end, or is that?
No,
it's on the inside. It's one of them. So yeah, I have to go to the bank today. My mum wants to transfer some money over, but it's money her benefit goes into, her like disability benefit and pension. I thought, oh, we'll be able to transfer it, no problem, going to do a bank transfer, but it's a savings account, and I didn't realise until I was thinking about it. I don't know what the rule, there's weird rules for savings accounts in different places, so I don't know that that's going to be doable, but we'll see. Have to go into the chemist and find out, or get some nicotine gum, have to call the doctors and ask for some nicotine patches. I'm not going to worry about the clothes situation today. I'm going to sort that out on Sunday when I'm in. She'll probably want to buy some toiletries, I would imagine, when she's out. That reminds me, my dad's been to the doctor. Well, he best have. My dad had a doctor's appointment at 12:30 today. The doctor called the house. I think I told you, the doctor called the house when I was there, and I answered the phone, and he's like, I really need to see him. I need him to come in and see me. And there was something raised in one of the samples, like the, not to be gross, stool sample that he gave. So I don't know what will have went on there. I think they're going to have to do a colonoscopy. which my dad will blatantly say, I'm not having that done. And I already said to my mum, if they want to do that, he's flipping doing it. I says, Darren's had it done. I says, he said, if anything, it was just really embarrassing because they pump you full of air and you're just farting all the time.
Well, yeah, I'm there with 3 young female doctors with my knees under my chin.
Why
with
does
a
it
hose
matter that they're
And
female?
one of them says to me, now, when we get around the corner by pumping air in. So if you need to release it, you just let it go. I'm thinking, what?
Don't tell me, Dad, you were there with your knees up to your chin, please.
Oh. And then, by God, when they'd finished and I got in my little cubicle, I think it was nearly 40 seconds, just start to finish.
We don't need detail. So, I think they will need to do one of those. My dad's had an endoscopy, which is the camera down, which they had to hold him down for because he did that thing a lot of people do of panicking. You think when you get, and I've had it as well, you think when you get a camera down your throat, you imagine what size the tube will be, and you see people like in hospital with oxygen things, and
Tiny tube.
you have an opinion, you have this viewpoint of what you think, and it's wrong. The thing they put down your throat for an endoscopy is as wide as a garden hose, and you look at it and you're thinking that's not, well, it's maybe not, it's slightly smaller but not much in it. And they put this stuff, they spray this stuff onto your throat that apparently completely numbs your throat, but you gag the whole way through it. The whole time they're doing it, you're doing that thing. It's the most horrible feeling. But then he had to have, I think, it done again, and they had to knock him out. They had to sedate him to do it. And I've said to my mum, if he needs a colonoscopy doing and he needs sedating, I will come in, so do not let him use you as an excuse that you can't be away and you can't be sedated. I says, I can come in. I says, Darren can go and pick him up from wherever he's having it done. That's not going to be an excuse. So we'll see what happens. It's just everything's happening all at once. At the minute there's wildfires in Greece, and loads of people are stuck, loads of holiday makers, and they're all like having to sleep on the floor of schools, and it's a mess. And loads of people there must be a popular there's the rain. It must be a popular destination for people from here, because there's been a lot on the local news about people from Northern Ireland that's that Super Cup thing they were talking about on the news last night. Sorry, I'm distracted. And just in time, the rain has come on, and I need to get downtown to do these various bits. Right, I need to remember to go to the pet shop. Oh, you need to phone about the kennel cough injection.
Yeah.
Frosties, yeah, it's just so much to try. I have a little note stuck to the fridge, but where is it? Stuck to the fridge. I've forgotten to take
Where's
it with
the
me.
fridge?
It's in the house.
Yeah.
So, right, I'm going to switch off because this is just going to aggravate me. I shall maybe switch on the way home and give you an update about today. If any note has happened, I shall speak to you later. Hello. Way too close aware. I'm in the passenger seat today. See, Darren's driving. I am off to my hairdresser's appointment to get my grey roots done. They haven't been able to lighten it for the last few times because she said if they lighten it, it will cause damage when we're going to Florida with the heat that it's not used to. So we've just kept the same colour. Hopefully when I get back we'll maybe light her a bit again, I'm not sure. Darren and Isaac are going to the swimming pool when I'm going to the hairdresser. I really don't like this close, but if I put my arm out like that, it's just going to wobble. I'm wearing my Dexter t-shirt today. It's like based on Jaws. This is like the shape of the shark, like all his plastic bags. I saw on someone else, Aaron from Screen Stars, had it, and I'm like, oh, I have to have that t-shirt. So yes, that's the plan today. The little lad that was taking Isaac tomorrow to the gaming conventions just come down with COVID, which is not, he's gutted. I mean, this wee lad just lives for gaming, so I feel really bad for him. But they've given us their tickets. I offered to buy them, but they says no, we'll be delighted if they're not going to go to waste. So we've got 2 adult tickets and 3 kid tickets. We're bringing Ruben, but we can't really think of anybody else to bring. because you have to sort of be careful that, you know, the kids don't clash, and, you know, they're gonna, they're not gonna like play up to the point that me and Durham won't be able to watch them. So we're probably just gonna have to let the last one go to waste. We would have brought Ruben's brother, but it's for 15 and under, and we think he's 16 or 17. So I'm sorry about this shaking, it's just me, I haven't got it on its thing. So I'll go so you don't have to watch Chicky Cam. I'll check in later, probably on the way home, and like you say, we new roots, not that they'll look much difference, but look at that grey hair. Oh, can you see? The frustration is that I don't really have any grey at the back. So there's me thinking, one of the girls in the hairdresser, who's not a hairdresser, told me that I had like 80% grey. And when I asked the actual hairdresser that does my hair, she says no. She says you've got barely any grey around the back at all. It's all like underneath, you know, like the front and sides. So it's too dark to lighten to what I wanted. But we'll keep that for when I'm a bit older, and then I'll have pink hair. But plan at the minute is like an auburny sort of like ginger is what I want. So I'll check in with you guys later, yeah, nothing much else to tell you. I'll speak to you later. Hello, I'm back home and my lipstick's cut. Look, we put a man on the moon, we can't get lipstick, don't come off in the middle. I know I keep saying it. Yes, I put it on so you could see my roots. I know it's not very exciting, but look how shiny. This is, my hair's never this tidy, so it's always like a real, what's the word, novelty on the day that I get it done and straightened, because it's so neat and tidy, which is what happens when I try and film on my phone sat on the sofa. I've got my Dexter t-shirt on. Yeah, I've dropped in at my mum's. She's going to Ballycastle for her respite, which is for 2 weeks, starting on Monday. So I have to sort out her stuff over the weekend. Ballycastle is about an hour's drive. And respite, the point is the carer's meant to have a break. Darren's telling something inanimate object to F off in the kitchen. And she's expecting us to go up, like to visit. And my dad's saying like, well, we're going to do day about. And I'm like, she's meant to be having respite. You're meant to not, oh, well, she needs to have visitors. What will she be like everybody else having visitors if she doesn't? So I'm going to have to go up. The absolute maximum I will go up is twice a week, because there's so much stuff we need to get sorted out for holiday. We're literally going on holiday a day after she comes out, and we have to put the dogs into the kennels the day in the middle. It's very busy, but get out of the fucking way. Jesus Christ, you two. Another day in the Davy household. So Sunday I have to like iron name labels onto all her clothes and do her packing. She's got another infection, or the previous one hadn't gone. That's been 5 to 6 weeks with a bladder infection. So I don't know. Have to go to the library, get all her audiobooks changed, have to make sure she's had a COVID test, sort all this stuff. I mean, even makeup I was finding, oh, well, have you not got this? Can you not get that? No, I don't like that bag. That bag looks dirty. And it's like, I'm trying my best. And my mum doesn't think she's demanding in the slightest. But she gets so much more done for her like that than other people do. And she'll not know. Because we're not going to be there every single day, it's going to be like, maybe there'll be one day between each visit. So she goes in late on Monday. My dad's going up on Wednesday. I'm going up on Thursday. Then I will go up on Sunday. My dad will probably go on Friday. So there'll only be the Saturday and the Tuesday that week that she'll not have a visitor. So, and then the next week, it's just so much to do. It's, they went swimming today when I was at the hairdresser, and Isaac done quite well. I can like swim easily a breadth of the pool. I know that's maybe not a big deal to a lot of people, but Isaac couldn't really swim, so, and I don't know why, because I took him to like baby swimming classes as a kid. He was in the pool a lot as a child, but just never really clicked. So I've said as long as he can get himself out of a situation and save himself if anything happens, that's my concern. So yeah, so just got back. We're about to have some tea, and then tomorrow morning up bright and early to go to this convention, gaming convention. Me and Darren will just be stood about all day, like just doing nothing while these kids game. And then that's Saturday, and then Sunday I'm in at my mum's trying to sort out all the packing and name labelling, and then Monday will be spent taking my mum up and getting her settled in and stuff into the place. So yeah, busy. The next day I'm not doing anything at the minute is Tuesday. Wednesday we're probably having Reuben. Thursday I'm up visiting my mum again. So, and in the midst of all this, somewhere I have to sort out everything for holiday as well. So it's a lot to remember. I don't know whether we need to get some more money changed. I've put travel money onto one of those travel cards, so we've got that to use, but you always need a bit of cash for tipping and things. But we've got money we brought back with us last time from Florida, so I've got that, so I need to think if we need any more. But then I can probably just transfer over more onto the card from my bank account, so I probably don't need to get any more changed. I need to make sure we've got the money out of the bank to pay the kennel, because that's 500 quid. 500 quid to house 2 dogs for 2 weeks, honestly. And you have to supply their food. Oh, have to sort out the vets, they need kennel cough. Right, I must remember that. There's just so much to remember. Right, I shall check in with you guys tomorrow. Let you see a little bit of this gaming convention. And yeah, speak to you later. Hello, it is Saturday. It's early in the morning on Saturday. And can't get this seatbelt in. We're going to a gaming convention. It's probably not going to be very big, like, but alright, these two. Look at right, that's brilliant timing on the DJ, isn't it?
50p. Everyone got 50p.
Power cut, everything's gone out. Oh dear. Panic.
I was winning as well.
Here, let's hope it doesn't go back on and we'll get a refund. Okay, here we are at the convention. They're playing old school retro stuff that we played when we were kids. The music is deplorable. There are members of the Emerald Garrison over there. My doctor's over there in the burgundy top with a green bag. Dr. Wolf got a swag bag. Honest to God, the levels of shit this is not even funny.
You're always improving the trucks, you're updating the games, you're getting new games every week. How do you find the time between jobs to do it?
Sometimes I love to know, but I have to be honest with you, a lot of the credit goes to Karen, who's disappeared suddenly. Literally, she takes so much on board as well. She picks up the slack for me at any time, and believe it or not, when I come to this,
Hello, it's bloody rain. I'm going to the shop to get an onion, believe it or not. I'm going to put pearl in as well. Just want to make something for tea tonight, and it really needs onions, so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to put the window wipers on and my key's not in. Did you ever see my key rings? Let me show you. It's not very exciting. He's wearing off a little bit. I've got Tyrion Lannister Lego figure. I've got a Tyrion Lannister mini pop. I've got a Stranger Things, Hawkins Police. I've got a Movie Fans, Room 237, just in case you don't know. That's where it's from. That's back to front on my camera. I'm hoping it isn't on yours. Yeah, and then just my little CEX thing. I don't think you have those in America. It's like a, I know you've got Best Buy. Is that where, or is it GameStop? Places where people bring their movies and games to like trade them in. So I don't know what your equivalent of that is here. CEX, or as my dad calls it, not with a hint of irony, this is what he thinks it's called, the sex shop. I kid you not. He said once, oh, well, I went to the sex shop today. And I'm like, you've just said that in front of me and my mum. He was talking about CEX. So, I put it on just to tell you about today. Oh, it was terrible. It was so lame. I actually recorded a little bit of Darren's face to let you see. The reason I recorded it is so that you could hear how loud this DJ guy was. And they were talking about, right kids, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, and Spider-Man's, there's a special guest here, Spider-Man. You would not believe how bad the outfit was. You could see his neck, because the mask was coming up, that's how bad it was, and he like crouched down at one stage, and his gusset was hanging of his Spider-Man suit. It was awful. And then they put, this is like a gaming thing for kids. It's just in one room, a few little stalls, and they thought it was a good idea. Now I'm all for supporting charities, obviously, but they thought it was a good idea to have a talk at this event in the midst of everything that was happening about children with cancer and hospices. By all means have a stall, let people contribute. But in the middle of, and we're going to have a dance competition and da-da-da-da. So, and then the two people that arranged it was so lame. I'm not lying here. I wish I'd recorded this. He said he wanted to tell everybody how it came about that they had this little, I'm not going to call it a convention because it's not a convention. He said, I actually had a dream, and I'm sitting thinking Martin Luther King would be fucking turning in his grave, mate. This guy and his wife both had the same dream that they were gonna have this, they were gonna run this convention thing, this gaming thing. I had a dream, and I'm thinking, oh Jesus Christ, and I'm trying to keep my face straight, and proceeded to sit and boast about how they, how successful they were, and stuff that they put photographs that was going to be at the thing today that weren't there. Things that were supposed to be there. There was supposed to be a chippy van, like a fish and chips, burgers and stuff, and it pulled out. There was no food. Where the place is not near anywhere with food, and all these people, all these kids with nothing to eat. It was organised so badly. It was really naff. It was terrible. That's why there's not much filming apart from me filming Darren's face, which was a picture. Man, when you just look at each other and you know exactly what the other person's thinking without saying it, it was like that. Lame as hell. We got there about 9:30, 20 to 10. It started at 10. We didn't get in until 10:10. And because we were like queued up, they made us all go to the front of the room and sit on the seats at the front of the stage to listen to them waffle about having a dream before they'd let any of the kids on the stuff. And also they had two big game buses, and they had said kids can book to play 10-minute slots with these two YouTubers. They're not big names, they're just local guys. Now, they didn't say that the slots to play with those would be on the buses, and unless kids booked to play with those, they wouldn't be able to get on the buses, so then the kids couldn't get on the buses, there was nothing to eat. It was just so badly organised. There was a fancy dress competition and they didn't tell anyone. So the person that won the fancy dress contest put on a wig, and you could see his hair sticking out from under it, and a t-shirt, like a shirt, an overshirt. The only other two entrants into the fancy dress competition were kids in their normal clothes with a rubber mask on. I shit you not. And it's like, fancy dress competition that you didn't even advertise. And then they had these bags, that like swag bags, that they put on the website to make it look like everyone that came got one of these bags with a few little bits in it. Nothing expensive, but it would have been something. But no, they only gave these bags to people that did particular things. And about 8 kids got one of these bags purely because the wife of the guy that organises it is a teacher. And 8 kids that were there were pupils of hers. And because they were pupils of hers at her school, they all got a free bag. It's like, well, how's that fair? What's going on with that? And then they had competitions where like people could win them when it was like scavenger hunt. The first person to bring me a sachet of sugar or something. And kids were running about, but that was only open to kids under 8. So, you know, there were a lot of kids there that were like older than 8, and they had no chance to get on the bus if they hadn't booked to play with it. And that wasn't advertised that it was on the bus. It was just advertised, if you want to play a 10-minute game slot with these YouTubers, you must book it. Didn't say it was anything to do with the bus. They had pictures of this big VR room with a big screen on the wall. Wasn't there. It was such a waste of time on me and Darren standing about all day. So Isaac's at Ribbon's now. We took Ribbon, we dropped him back about 4:30. Have to get Pearl. So Isaac's there and Darren's just about to make tea. I'm going to get an onion and put some Pearl in. So yeah, I thought I'd update you because it was shocking. I'll sign off now. I won't sign on again probably this evening. I'm in at my mum's tomorrow, so I'll talk to you then. I have to do all the packing and all the ironing on of name labels tomorrow, so tomorrow's going to be a busy one at my mum's, and then first thing Monday morning we will be taking her up to the respite in Ballycastle. I won't be able to vlog that, guys, because I'm driving and I don't think my mum would particularly want me filming her anyway, so I'll maybe try and get a little bit at some stage, but don't hold your breath. But I'll let you obviously know how it all goes. I shall speak to you later, guys. Hello, it is Sunday, folks. I'm not going to talk on the way in. I'm just going to sign off the vlog for you now. No makeup face, not very pretty. How did you enjoy yesterday, Isaac?
It was very good.
So Isaac enjoyed yesterday, even though me and Darren thought it was naff. I had most of the evening at Ribbon's. Got Ribbon back on Wednesday. So yeah, that is this week. I shall sign off now. Thank you for watching. Next week the plans are get my mum to the hospital, go visit them twice after that in that week. Ruben's coming over on Wednesday, and I said when Daniel was better would have him over, so yeah, another week of arranging around other people. Fantastic stuff. So and we're supposed to be getting all our stuff sorted for holidays as well. We need to call about the dog's kennel cough injection.
Yeah, getting there in time for that.
So I shall speak to you guys next week. Thank you for watching. Over and out from Kit and Gordon.